They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Switch.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start the drive with Hyde. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. There he goes inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Watson, escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. 7-7, our score after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Oh, little 360. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Jackson, option right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's me. Alert, alert. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Mike 54. Off. Check. Mike 55.
To try again after the sack. Watson flush to his right. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Hyde. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third down, Watson dancing to his left. Now he'll throw. He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think of the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the #1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The #3 game, Baltimore-Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks.
And then the ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. He's out. He's checking crap.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 48 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48, right? Hey, 59. You don't want none.
The toss play. This is high. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's high. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Set. 19. 24.
Watson just beating the play clock. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Watson, and he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jalen Ferguson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Being chased out left. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again, escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Steps away to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They'll run here with Ingram. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 61 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. It's QT. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Judon getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Throwing now is Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Alert! Mike 36. Mike 36. Cut.
Now Watson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Watson. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Well, it was too long to risk a field goal, so they said we got to throw it up there, hope something good happens, and I think that's the definition of something good happening.
Not just good.
Amazing.
In their estimation, great, amazing, stupendous. I mean, exhilarating. How about them running off the field with a victory where it looked like they were possibly headed towards overtime?
Well, yeah, it looked like definite overtime, and everybody just